It's a sixth line day. We are in gate 23, and the sixth line is called fusion. The sixth line here is sort of a mirror to the energy that we found in the fourth line. There's a lifetime learning, and it says the gradual attunement of diversity through synthesis. So in the fourth line, we went from having one out in every possible direction. But the sixth line is looking at all of that and seeing how it all comes back and fits together. It's a gradual attunement, a lifetime learning. It doesn't take place right away. The knower can know many things, but there are very few of those things that they can actually explain. And what the knower cannot explain will be disregarded, and it loses all of its mutative power. What is worthy of knowing? And this is one of the most important processes that goes on in an individual. What is worthy of knowing? And individuals cannot do anything well unless they start at the very beginning. They need depth to their knowing for it to have any value and for them to be able to explain it really effectively. For a knower to really be able to fulfill themselves, they have to be able to focus in on their knowing, just one thing, so that they can truly learn how to explain it. Because in a way, it's not the actual knowing that's important. I mean, it is in a sense, but it's the ability to explain that knowing that is important. You know, that's what really is going to make the difference. You can know the most profound and wonderful things, but if you can't explain it, then you're not actually going to change anybody. You're not informing anybody. So the information then, it has to be sort of almost taken into the body of the individual. And then they live it out through the form as an example, as the role model for others. Until they have this focus, this sense of this is what I know and this is what I'm going to work with, then their knowing cannot truly be trusted. Ra tells us that wherever we have individuality in our chart, then that is a place where we have to explain ourselves. You know, this is a place where we can be a mutative force. So you could look at all your 6 lines and you can just see it through that lens, just play around with that. There are so many different layers that we can look through when we're going through our design and through our chart and through all the lines and the gates. We look at the genetic continuity and everything, how it comes together. And our journey is our own. In that sense, it is that unique individual knowing that we come to. Because nobody else has our chart. Nobody else has all of the amazing experiences that we've had. We might have someone with the identical chart, but they haven't got the experience. They haven't stood in our exact place as the neutrino stream has gone through. They've had their own experience. So playing with all of these layers can be very illuminating. So the exaltation says the exponential growth of energy and its power of assertion engendered by fusion, individual knowing which brings diversity to synthesis. So this is the ability to be able to look at knowing and to be able to see clearly, not which knowing is best, but how does all the knowing fit together? And the knowing fits together, not by addition. You know, you're not putting one on top of the other. You see all the knowing through a synthesis. And synthesis is mutation. It simply is. It's like all the various aspects that make up human design. You know, by the time they are in the synthesis, they've mutated. They haven't been added to each other. This is not astrology plus I Ching. This is human design, which is a mutative form. In the detriment, we have the principled but futile withdrawal from fusion that leads to atrophy. Individual knowing that holds on to diversity and loses its power in expression. So the gift of synthesis is a genetic gift. You know, it's simply a mechanism. And if you can't synthesize all that knowing, then you actually start to just choose your favorite knowings. You cherry pick them, and your ability to be able to explain them is less powerful. It's diluted. Your ability to be able to guide others to the value of the knowing and the place in the knowing is so much less. So when you come to the 6th line, it's a line of transition. It's the end of the process. You know, it's that top of the hexagram. And 6 lines always want to know what's in it for them. And so here the 6th line is saying, is any knowing of real value if it does not lead to mutation? In order for knowing to lead to mutation, it must come out of bringing the diversity, make its way through in synthesis to the fusion. And we have the 43 in the line 6, which is called breakthrough. And this 6th line takes the name of the hexagram. And it is the potential for insight for a unique knowing that is both personally and collectively of value. Individuality is very existential. The knowing that is of value, because it leads to a mutation, has to lead to a mutation now. This is the breakthrough. This is the power of the individual knowing getting out into the collective and changing them. The fusion of the 23 is grounded and supported by the breakthrough of the 43 now. This is the contribution that it makes. And it is surely no coincidence that the gate of contribution is where the sun is going next as it journeys around the wheel. In other news, we have Mars going into gate 21 at 0129 BST. Mars, the immature use of energy. The 12-year-old with no responsibilities, a little uncontrollable, moving into the gate of control. What could possibly go wrong there? Mars does bring a fundamental and dynamic drive to use the energy that's available for personal transformation. And gate 21 does want to be in control for the good of the tribe. In order to be successful, it wants to be in service to others. Play with these energies over the next few days while Mars is hanging out in gate 21. See how it feels for you. And the moon is currently in gate 56. And it moves into gate 31 at 1525, the gate of influence. This is a logical throat gate which can communicate a vision for a new direction, showing others how to move forward for a secure future. It's in a leadership channel, as you might have guessed, but it needs invitation because it's a projector gate. It needs invitation in order to lead correctly. And then, oh yes, this is geeky, but I don't care. Yesterday we had the 62 moving into the 56, you know, the sort of mirror gates. So we had the 56, so it depends which way you're looking at the body graph. 56 coming down this side. So this is the logical, no, yes, this is the logical side. I'm back to front now. Going over to the 62 went over to the 56. I don't know why I started this. But today we have the 33 moving to the 31. I'm not even going to do it with my fingers. Got the G center and we've got the 33 and the 31. So it's gone from up here to being down here. Really, if you get it right, it's a beautiful thing. So, okay, I need to get out more. Gate 33 is the gate of privacy and retreat. It's a gift to have the expression of the wisdom that comes through the throat gate, you know, the wisdom that's been gathered from all the different experiences that have been had, that have been listened to, all the secrets that have been shared that have come in through to this gate 33 now. There can be a strong need for privacy here whilst the 33 contemplates and ponders the lessons that it's learned and the secrets that it's been told. So tomorrow we have a new sun gate. We are moving into gate 8, which is the gate of contribution. It's a throat gate, of course, because we're still in the quarter of civilization. And yeah, that's it, really. The gate is, I've done that. The gate is here. Yeah, okay, I've told you that bit. The wheel is turning and our journey is continuing. Go gently, look after your lovely self, and I will see you for gate 8 tomorrow.